most interested in research that involves gathering and preserving and presenting women's voices in Asian and Asian American communities.
The United States is a very, very multilingual country that continues to deny its multilingualism.
I have argued with my colleagues that this multilingualism is so natural around the world that is basically the norm, and it's the monolingualism that is the exception.
Translanguaging is a human instinct, more specifically human interactional instinct, and it's not limited to oral conversation, but applies to all modes of communication.
So I encourage students at Stony Brook University to study abroad. So whether you come in from other countries or you go out, you all will gain another perspective or multiple perspectives of the culture, the values, and the norms.
All of this contributes to multilingualism because it allows us to teach a wider variety of languages, which in turn helps students to have exposure to more language knowledge.
What is important again is use the language, You can send a message, doesn't matter if the grammar is correct. Of course, we want that.
I also teach courses on Asian Englishes. How is English used in Asia, for what purpose, how things have changed, and also on Indian diaspora.
Our students bring to our classroom eclectic and rich linguistic histories and practices. And so my question is, how do we formalize multilingual literacy in the English language U.S. classroom, not as a deficit, but as evidence of rhetorical flexibility and adaptability?
My work has the value of putting and making those minority languages surface in the areas of study as an important tool to understand human language.
Looking at language policies in Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and minority communities in China in terms of how language policies, specifically the promotion of Mandarin, suppresses certain communities because of their dialects, the dialects that they use as part of their identity.
When we work with the people, sometimes we make assumptions about them that are just wrong, because we haven't really thought enough about their culture.
So intercultural communication is not only the topic of our research, but also a tool of our research.
So speaking and understanding are going on simultaneously in the same mind, and also they're going on simultaneously between the two people. So conversation is really tightly coordinated between people and within people.
And writing nowadays, to them, preservation of the language and of the oral literature that exists in it is a very important sign of their identity and their heritage. So that's...
I navigate 3 languages on a daily basis, and I don't consider myself confused at all. If any, I consider it an asset. It is an asset that I have, that I can think in 3 different languages, and I can perform in 3 different languages.
So I look at the ways languages differ, and how different can they be? What do all languages share? And when they differ, can we sort of codify the differences? And are there ways that a piece of language, one, is easier to learn than a piece of language, the same piece of language?